This is Britain's most insane TikToker. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be looking at a TikToker called Cam Easty. He's got the same name as us, so he can't be that bad, can he? Now, I saw him this week because he blew up because of this viral meme.
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property. I bought a property in Egypt.
And when you buy a property in Egypt, they just give it to you? What they're doing over there? I knew there was something funny happening in Egypt, but I didn't think they were doing that. They're pulling the wool over our eyes. Can you imagine, like, paying for a house and then them just giving you it? That is, like, honestly, I don't know. I think I'd start crying. I'd genuinely be so overwhelmed. I'd be like, what? This is what you guys do out here? Now, loads of people have tagged me in this guy's videos to take a look at him. And, you know, on this channel, we don't, like, go for anyone. We just kind of try to look at people's content and, like, understand them and see what they're like. But a lot of people are saying that this guy's a bit mental. So let's take a look. So I believe this guy is, like, a TikTok shop guru. Like, I think he's made a lot of money on TikTok shop. And his whole thing is, like, kind of showing off what he's bought with it. And also, like, helping other people, I believe, make money on TikTok shop. However, in his words, he says that he's successful for doing nothing.
Imagine being 24, right, and not doing anything. That's me. And I make 40 grand a month from doing nothing, right? All I do is I tell my girlfriend what videos to make. I just go on TikTok, tell her, look, use this, and then boom, me, 40 racks. 40 racks every single month, no danger.
It's kind of like a modern day pimp, isn't he? You know, rather than, you know, just making his girlfriend sleep with other guys, he's like, you know what, actually, I'm gonna make you go on TikTok shop. That's what I'm gonna do. Log that bloody diffuser, will you? People need their hair cleaned. To be fair, making £40,000 a month off TikTok shop, that is pretty crazy. Now, I believe this guy is one of those blokes that, like, sits on a podcast but by himself and pretends he's, like, sitting with someone. Because for some reason on TikTok, that's, like, the meta to go viral.
Oh, have you heard? Average salary in the UK is 33 grand. Made that last month.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's so cool. Oh, what? Oh, God, he's so cool. And he's called Cam. This guy's basically my hero. This is what I aspire to be. Every single day of my life, I wake up and I'm like, I want to be Cam Easty. I wasn't actually born with the name Cam. I just changed it when I saw his TikTok go viral. A little bit weird to kind of on, you know, people that kind of make the average salary whilst also, like, building yourself up. Later on in this video, I'm gonna talk about why I think he constantly compares himself to people earning that amount of money and then saying how much he earns. And I do think it is quite interesting, and a lot of these guys are very similar to each other, and it's a huge niche that is blowing up at the moment.
Average UK salary is £35,000. I made that sitting on my ass last month.
Like, is this meant to motivate people? Because, realistically, if I was looking for, like, a side hustle or something just to earn a little bit of money, I wouldn't look at this video and feel inspired. I would just kind of feel, that's a little bit knobbish. Knobbish? Is that a word? It is now. It feels like it comes more from, like, a bragging point of view rather than, like, a motivational point of view, but that's just personally for me. Some people might, like, listen to that and then, I don't know, want to, like, stab a cat. Well, I don't, that's not really what you want to motivate people to do, but you know what you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. At least you're really humble about it. Oh wait, no, absolute helmet. And then people just thanking him saying, cheers mate. Well, Harry Robson McRae loved it.
You think that a 9 to 5 is the only way to make a living? I make more than people do in a year working a 9 to 5 in 1 month. And I do it on my own terms.
These kind of creators are so interesting because you see time and time again, like, earning the money. Like, this guy's earned £40,000 a month. He's a very successful guy, especially at a young age. That's, like, a huge achievement, but that's, like, it's not enough for these people. Like, there's loads of people earning a lot of money who are, like, very young, doing what he's doing, but they all feel like they need to, like, brag about it. Like, they can't just be earning the money. To be fair, there is probably people earning that money without talking about it, but we don't know about them. But it seems like they always want the recognition from it. It's just interesting because you see this. It's not only him, to be fair. There's like hundreds of these guys that always have to brag about how much money they earn. And I wonder what the reason for that is. I wonder if it's because earning the money isn't enough to kind of fill that gap that they have.
When everybody was taking a piss out of me for sitting on podcasts on my own, do you think I give a now? Of course not. Do I?
This guy is my hero. They should make a Wolf of Wall Street movie just about him. Where's he from? Is it Manchester or something? It sounds like a Manchester accent. The Wolf of Manchester. Now, when you come online and say that you earn £40,000 a month, especially at the age he probably is, I think he's quite young, people are obviously not going to believe you just because that's, like, an insane thing to kind of say. And I've seen a few posts from this guy where it kind of seems like he's not bothered about that. Like, he says, everyone thinks I don't make 40k a month, but it doesn't bother me because I'm low-key just a chill guy. even though it's kind of subconsciously bothering you because you're taking a photo outside of an Audi R8. You're kind of trying to hint that it actually is true. Now, if he actually wasn't bothered by that, I would think that would be really cool. Like, you say you make £40,000 a month, and then people say you don't, and then you just don't even. You're not like insecure about it. You're like, you know what? If you don't believe us, that's fine. I would have respect for him if he was like that. But there is a lot of videos where he just constantly brags about how much he earns.
You can see I've got £10,790 that I need to pay on my Amex. So we're going to pay this right now. How much is due? 7,000, but we'll go for the 10,000 option just because we can do it. We're going to pay that today. We're going to use my card. There we go. Right, we ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Processing the payment. Confirm payment. We go onto the Tide app. Open up the Tide app. Payment. Click on the payment to approve. Approve. Scan my face. And boom. Payment approved. Back to the American Express app.
Well done, mate. You've paid a bill. That's, yeah, we all do that. Yeah, well done. First step on the property ladder, paying your bill. Why has he filmed that? Him just paying a bill. Like, I feel, wait, would you want to see that from me? 4,000 likes, and the next time I get, like, a British gas letter through, I'll just film it. I'll be the entire video. Oh, there we go, guys. 200 quid. I had heating on quite a lot this month. That would actually be so entertaining. Why have I never thought about that before? And I'm trying to, like, work out, like, because I was trying to think, is he a character or not? Like, we made a video on Kaz Milligan, and we were trying to work out if this guy's a character or if he's actually like this. I've been trying to do the same with this guy. I don't know if he's just doing this to wind people up or if he's actually doing it to kind of fill an insecurity. Because if it's a character, it's really kind of like obnoxious and funny. But if it's not, it's just a little bit like, I feel a little bit like bad for him. I wonder if it's just because he's earned a lot of money in like a short period of time. So like obviously it's like really exciting. You know, you earn all this money for the first time, especially if you're not used to earn this money. And you kind of want to tell everyone about it. I wonder if that's the kind of vibe.
How much money have you made today, Cam?
Oh, mate. I've had a really bad day today. How much am I on? £465. It's bad for 4 o'clock, that, I'm not going to lie. Usually it's on about 800, I would say. It depends because middle of the month the money comes down, but I'm averaging over 1.3 a day at the moment, and the lowest I've had this month is £1,000. I think I'll end up on over £1,000, but if I'm not hitting 1.3 today, I'm not happy.
I'm trying not to like be too judgmental in this video, but is that what motivates some people? Like, are some people watching that and going, oh God, what am I doing with me life? Because when I watch that, I'm just like, I don't know if I'd want to, I don't know if this guy has a course. I guess we'll find out later in this video. But it doesn't make me kind of want to follow him. It just kind of like comes off like braggy again. It doesn't come off motivational at all. But again, that might just be not my style. Other people might actually find this really motivational. Let us know if you do.
There was a guy saying to me the other day, you've got no dough, mate. The funniest thing was, I was sat in this guy called Jack's apartment. Wait, you're Jack? Do you have anyone above you? That must mean it's a penthouse then.
There's one, you know, I've worked out what my kryptonite is of doing these videos. It's when people post like cool edits of themselves. Like when you're doing it for yourself, that's just too much for me. Like the fact that you've went into Premiere Pro or even CapCut and put like a hard song over like a compilation of you just holding some self-adjust punks. It's just the fact that you're just alone doing that. That is such a funny concept to us.
How much have I made today? So I'm just looking here on my TikTok shop for creator. It is 3 o'clock, just hit 3 o'clock, and I've made £944. And have I done anything? I think my bird's posted one TikTok, that's about it. Passive, you know what I'm saying?
This guy literally, it just gives us like UK Jordan Belfort vibes, even the way he told me birds. Christ. This is the man of my dreams. One day I'm going to end up with a man like this, guys. One day. If I dream big enough.
Now you lot are sat there twiddling your thumbs waiting for GTA 6 to come out. My life is GTA 6.
GTA 6 should be based on me.
I'm driving around in a Camaro, I'm flying overseas, buying myself properties, I'm living it up in a penthouse, I've got a rooftop football pitch, and that was all because of TikTok Shop.
To be fair, that would be a mint GTA game if it was based on Cam Easty. Don't even lie. What, you're telling me most of the missions is just like talking on a solo podcast about how much money you earn? Give us that game now! I don't want that as a DLC, I want that as the whole package. And like other missions are like making your girlfriend post a TikTok. Bro, why is GTA 6 not out? I've literally give you the ingredients to make it the best game of the year. The thing is, I actually think TikTok Shop's a really good thing. It's a good way for people who might not necessarily have been able to be their own boss, like become their own boss. Like, I think it's a good method to make money, and you know, it's very low overhead. Doesn't cost you a lot to get into. The barrier for entry is quite low. Like, anyone can basically do it to a certain extent. Not everyone, but you know, like a lot more people than would be able to get like a bank loan to start a business. But I wonder if we're gonna see, as TikTok TikTok grows and grows, more of these kind of people growing and more of these kind of like obnoxious people just like bragging about how much they're earned because they've got in early with it.
Cam, all you talk about is money. There was a point where I was at rock bottom and I wanted this life so much. I worked every single given hour of the day, and I still do to this point, to get myself somewhere in life.
I think this video kind of like illuminates why he probably does brag about money, because obviously, you know, when you've never had money and you're behind on rent, which I know also well, when you do start earning enough money to like actually pay your bills on time and, you know, have money to like go on holiday, etc., like it is a really nice feeling. But that doesn't, I don't feel like that's an excuse to like brag about it ever, like, because then it kind of makes people not, I don't know, like if you're bragging about stuff, that just makes people instantly not want you to have the nice things that you have, you know? Like if you get a nice car and then you brag about it, that instantly makes me think, oh, like I don't, like that's kind of made it icky. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember GK Barry mentioned that, was it a Porsche? She had like a really posh car and I'm a Celebrity, it got brought up, but she's never mentioned that previously, and I just thought that was so cool. Like she doesn't have to like put it in your face. It's like you probably know that she's got money and she's doing well, but she never like brings that up. I don't know, I just find it much better that way, but that's just probably the personality type I am. I know everyone's different. It's weird because I kind of want to like this guy because he's come from clearly like adversity, you know, and he's like self-made to an extent, but when you're constantly bragging about it, it just kind of like, it kind of takes everything away from your like rise, in my opinion. I've saw a few videos where not only does he have beef with 9-to-5 workers, where he always compares himself against them, he has beef with footballers.
What does that say? Any footballer makes 40 racks a month. Well, do you remember Loris Karius, the guy from the Champions League final? He makes 10k a week. So, me and him are tied. I'm better than him in the Champions League final, and I make 40 racks a month.
That's really cool, mate. However, you have just compared yourself to Champions League carriers, so therefore you have to compare yourself to Champions League carriers' wages. Now, it's reported in both the seasons that Karius played for Liverpool when he played in the Champions League final. He was actually earning 60k a week, which is actually £240,000 a month, so he's actually earning £200,000 more than what you're earning. £40,000 a lot, but when you compare it to Loris Karius, it's actually nothing. I think he was comparing his salary against Karius when he played for Newcastle, but that was when like Karius was like the 3rd or 4th choice keeper for Newcastle and barely played. That's like beating a man in a fight when he's already dead. I do believe this guy probably is like a sound person off camera. Like I believe this is like a persona where he just has to be like as unlikable as possible, because at the end of the day, that's the only reason he really gets views, is when people kind of react badly to his stuff, which is like, that's just, I guess the game's the game. But I have found nice videos where like he bought his mum a car, like I think he bought his mum like a Fiat 500 and then wrapped it matte black as if she's like Batman. But it's still a nice thing to buy your mum a car. However, like he has to post about it. Like he couldn't do that in private. Like everything this guy does is like for show, because clearly, you know, he's trying to prove something to everyone.
We're here at Superior Wraps picking up the car for your mum. You've not seen it yet, have you?
No,
Hey, we'll have to put a bit.
Oh my god, they've done him dirty there. They haven't done the full wrap. They've like left the yellow, like they've left like the yellow door inserts. Oh my lord. I also think other reasons why he might be like a little bit insecure, and reasons why he has to kind of gloat about every single achievement he has, is I think he's done a few videos where he said like his teachers didn't believe in him in school.
GCSEs. I remember getting in the car and showing my dad. When's my dad? It's got nothing. And actually, what was funny, the deputy head sat me down 6 months prior and said to me, Cam, you are going to amount to nothing in life. And I remember walking home, ringing my mum, crying my eyes out, saying, Mum, one of the highest people in the school has just told me I'm going to amount to nothing. And for some reason that day I thought, she's wrong.
Like obviously you can see like that, you know, that's like a really cool thing that he's managed to like be successful even though no one believed in him. But clearly he's still got that like chip on his shoulder, and I feel like that's why he constantly brags about his achievements, etc. In the videos people have tagged us in is like him contradicting himself. Like he says that he doesn't care about cars.
I only see money as a bigger box to live in and a better car. I love my car. I love my apartment. These only a bigger box, bro. Like you only get to a certain size and you just look at it and you think, right, I've got 2 bedrooms. I don't really need much more.
Now already from what we've seen in this video, like that is just him kind of saying that just to kind of, I don't know, seem likable, because obviously everything else he said in this video contrasts with that heavily.
Just had 3 quotes back for 3 new cars that I want to pick from, so I need your help. First of all, we've got the Lamborghini Huracan. I do like this, and I did think that it might be a good car.
Bro, what do you mean? I've just sold my Ferrari because you said cars don't matter. What? He said it was just a bigger box to live in. Why are you now buying a Lamborghini? That contrasts with what you just said.
I have been quoted, it's not on this one, on one that's 124,000, and these are the details.
payment of 1,385. Then the payments after that will be 1,235 in £18,000 deposit. Now I don't know. That's not the same one. I would prefer the one at 145, which I could get, but it'll be a 22 grand deposit.
It's just everything is about money. Like, why would he lie saying, like, no, not everything's about money, not everything's about the nicest car? That is everything to his core, is to, like, prove to other people that he has money. That is, his entire brand is just to prove that he actually earns money. Which is fine, but just own it, you know?
Today's the day that I finally go and test drive the Aston Martin Vantage. But I'm not just test driving that, I'm also test driving an R8, a G-Wagon, a Bentley, another Bentley, a Lotus, and a...
This guy. I think from, like, just watching all of these TikToks for the first time, I think it's quite easy to assess that this guy's kind of just saying whatever to just kind of get views and get money. He literally does not care that he's just feeding his audience whatever they want to hear. Because when he does post about cars or something that is, like, you know, something about solely him where he's not winding people up, it only gets, like, 238 likes. So clearly people are only interested in the kind of rage bait content, which is kind of me as well. I'm kind of, they're the ones I only find entertaining, I'm not gonna lie.
He can't make 40 grand a month if he's sat there in a white t-shirt and a black pair of joggers. He must have to wear dripped out Louis Vuitton. One thing about me, I will never change. I don't need to spend 2-3 grand to impress a lot of broke people. It's just brokey kind of mentality, innit?
No, I actually think that is what your entire brand is based on, is buying expensive things and showing people that you do expensive things to look rich. That is basically everything we've seen in this video. You literally post edits of you holding Selfridges bags. We don't even know if there's anything in them. How do we know he's just not went round the back of Selfridges and just kind of nicked them and went, oh, there we go. Put them on Instagram. Don't you worry about that, son.
I'm making more than an only girl on TikTok, making 15-second videos, and I don't have to get anything out. The money is ridiculous.
That was cold. What? You Cam Easty edit just dropped. Catch me there. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm dropping everything. Mum, why are we so rich? Oh, not these ones. Your dad did this for us, baby. The fact that he's like went home, typed that out. Obviously, I don't think he has a child. He's like, imagine this. That is so cute, bless him. That is amazing. Manifestation, guys, what we all want. It will be so interesting to see if, like, the TikTok ban from the US, which is apparently, like, kind of set in stone or bound to happen at this moment, comes over to the UK. Because what are people like this going to do? Like, they're kind of going to be stuck because their entire brand is kind of associated just with one platform and doing one thing on one specific platform. It's not like TikTok as creating content who could create it over on YouTube. Like, he would be pretty stuck. So I actually hope that the ban doesn't come over here, because then who are we going to react to? What happens if there's no more Cam Easty? How am I meant to just live my life without this? I can't do this. Every morning I'm checking my phone. Is there a new Cam Easty edit? There's not. What? How am I meant to be motivated to do my chores today? How am I meant to sit around and make 40k when there's not a Cam Easty edit to look at? Now, like I said earlier in this video, this guy is probably sound off camera. It's probably like Bevo, where off camera you'd probably get on with them, but for some reason the facade online is just really unlikable. He's actually admitted to rage baiting.
Yeah, you might think I'm but honestly, the reason I do stuff like that is because as soon as I'm the numbers just go like that. And why wouldn't I?
Now that is interesting, because I've said this on the videos I've made on Bevo, is he has the same mentality, and in the short term it's actually great. Like, you can see this guy's had some success being like this, but this never ends well in the long term. Like, there's only like a year, 2 years, maybe 3 at the max if you're really good at it, that you can stay at the top. Like you see with Bevo right now, he just keeps kind of falling and falling, because once people get bored of the rage baiting and they know that it's fake, especially when you admit it on a podcast, that's where people stop watching, because it's not fun anymore. It's not, because they know that you're not probably bothered by it and you're doing it on purpose. If you're going to rage bait, I believe you still need to, like, create the illusion that you actually are, like, serious, and you actually are hurt when people, like, kind of leave mean comments to make it work, in my opinion. And also, I feel like when people make videos on you for doing this, then you can't be angry, because you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not actually rage baiting, it's actually what you believe in. I believe this guy actually went to prison for like a month or 2. I don't know how long, but I know it was quite short, people have said in these comments.
I was sat in my prison cell one night, young lad next to me, nice kid to be fair, just had a bit of an hard upbringing, and one night, I've heard him just go, so I've been shouting out the window, yo! Still no response. Pressed the buzzer at the start when I first heard him do it. So I'm kicking the shit out my door. The guy goes, what do you want? I said, I think the kid next to us gone down. Then 2 seconds later, you see the ambulance fly up. They come in. The ambulance lady says, can you open up 304? She just walked into the pad and says, you've just saved someone's life.
See? That's why he's cool. He's saving people's lives. I knew there was more to him than just holding Selfridge's bags with a sassy walk. What a king. Name's Cartwright. J. Cartwright. Yeah, just didn't happen though. Did it, mate? Didn't happen though, did it? No. It's just a shame because he does do some videos that I imagine will actually help people as well.
A lot of people do not want to do something because they're scared about what their friends say. In primary school, you had friends, didn't you? You still speak to any of them? Maybe one. Secondary school, you had friends, didn't you? What did you speak out to them? One or two. But in both of them, primary school and secondary school, you used to care about what people said. But now, do you care about what any of them old people would say about you now? So all the time, you're going to outgrow each person. You think at the age of 60 when you sat there and you're thinking, oh God, I can't believe what Dave said about me in high school. No. So why do you care now?
See, that's actually a really good point. Like, if he posted content like this, he could probably, like, gain a really, like, loyal following of people that really are dedicated to him. Yeah, it might not be as big as the Rage Bait, but it would be, like, a really good core audience. But I believe the reason, obviously, he doesn't continue doing videos like this is they don't perform well for him. So, obviously, why would he continue doing that when he's so obsessed with money and so obsessed with fame? He's obviously going to Rage Bait because it just gets him more famous and gets him more money. It's just a shame that the way that the TikTok algorithm is set up, that it promotes Rage Bait and it makes people want to Rage Bait to be more successful.
You have one life, right? And all you do is you go to work, you come home and you eat a takeaway and it's back to the same stuff the next day.
What is this cameraman?
This isn't supposed to be you, bro. Is this what you want from life? Like, I'm genuinely asking you a question. Is this what you want from life? And if not, ask yourself the question what it is that you want from life. And whatever the f it is, go and chase it, son.
I actually believe he's trying to be sincere in that video and he's actually trying to help people. There's no Rage Bait. He's genuinely, it looks like he's passionate about making other people kind of, you know, follow their passions. But videos like that just get clouded out by all of the that he posts. It would be interesting to even have him on the channel and just kind of talk about, like, I guess, like, just his entire vibe, because he's going viral at the minute for, like, that meme that we mentioned at the start of the video. I wonder if he'll kind of, like, change his vibe now, or if he's just gonna hammer away still at this kind of Rage Bait content. It'll be interesting to see. Anyway, guys, if you would like to see me react to a creator very similar to this guy, but from Scotland, click this video right here, or watch a brand new video from me right here, right there.
Cam Kirkham, baby!